Okay, good evening, everyone. Let's see, check my volume first. Is it good? Everyone's good? And Zoom is okay? The volume's good?
Hey, everybody on Zoom, can we get a thumbs up if you can hear us okay?
You're kind of muffled, your microphone.
I talked a little close to it.
Okay. All right, well, good evening, everyone, and thank you all for coming. This is the Whittingham Homeowners Association, minus the Greenbriar, Community Association meeting for Thursday, May 28th. Would everyone please rise for a Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, so I did make a prior announcement about Greenbriar. Unfortunately, they will not be here tonight. They were not able to meet quorum to be able to approve anything, so they will carry over their business to the next meeting. Matt, can I have a roll call, please?
Okay, Tom Clark,
Here.
Jay Ressler, Bob Brown, Kathy Dodano, Joe Atanasio, Kathy Clark and Gleason, and Jeff Simonson. And I'm here, Matt Lubis, Kristen is here, and Susie is here, working the Zoom.
Okay, Matt, do you have a general report for us?
Oh, absolutely. Little carryover from our last open workshop meeting. The Whittingham Privacy Fence Project, we are just about completely done. They're all up. We have a couple minor, very minor punch list things to do, but we're basically going to call that a wrap at the end of this week. Thank you, everybody. It went very, very well. I hope you enjoy the new fences. And I'll be happy that it's over. And it makes the community look really nice and fresh and new when you drive down Whittingham. So, good project overall. Last meeting I reported all the things we were doing with the outdoor pool. Well, it's open. We just need Mother Nature to give us a little warmer weather here for everybody to go out and enjoy it. As everyone knows, we do have a new pool company this year, Millennial Pools. We've had a lot of meetings with them prior to the season open, so we're hoping for the best with them this year for a good season for all you guys. But if it warms up, come enjoy the pool, even sit out there, just enjoy the nice weather. But it's looking pretty good right now. We did the Whittingham gutter cleaning. That was all completed back in early May. The bulk pickup on May 16th was a big success, so I hope everybody put a lot of junk out. And we did the what's that? We did the toter exchange as well. That went very, very well. And as you're going to see on this agenda tonight, we've been pretty busy getting a lot of proposals for a lot of projects that are needed throughout the community. So I'm not going to burst the bubble on that yet.
Okay. Thank you, Matt.
Thanks.
Kristen, you have a report for us?
Yes. So this Sunday, May 31st at 3 p.m. here in the ballroom, we have our sold-out Carole King tribute. On June 3rd, we have a full bus going to Wind Creek Casino. Our movies for the month of June are Ordinary Angels on June 13th and Jay Kelly on June 28th. On June 17th, our show got switched from Beaches that closed to Schmigadoon. That trip is now a waitlist only. June 17th is our health fair in the ballroom from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. On June 18th, we have a free family history seminar. You have to sign up with the concierge. On June 27th, we will have Jersey Sound here in our ballroom, 7 p.m., singing and performing the best of the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Tickets are still available and $30 each. On June 30th, we'll be celebrating United States of America's 250th birthday. The flyer with more details is in the lobby. You have to register with the concierge. We have a few spots left for our AARP Safe Driving course that will be held on July 16th and July 18th. On August 6th, we still have tickets remaining to go see Les Mis. And save the date for our 27th Annual Arts and Crafts Fair. If you're interested in being a vendor, stop by the concierge for an application. That's it.
Okay. Thank you, Kristen. All right, let's move on to our next item. That's the WOA business portion. We have the approval of the April 20th, 2026 open workshop meeting minutes. Has everyone had an opportunity to review? Any questions, any comments, any changes? Okay, seeing none. Motion moved by Jay, second by Kathy. Okay, Matt, roll call.
Okay, Tom Clark,
Yes.
Jay Respler, Bob Brown, Kathy Dodano, Joe Atanasio, Kathy Clark and Gleason, and Jeff Simonson. Thanks.
All right, next item is the approval of the April 30th, 2026 joint open meeting minutes. Everyone had an opportunity to review. Any changes? Okay. Motion to approve by Jay, second by Kathy Donano. Okay. Roll call.
Okay, Tom Clark,
Yes.
Jay Respler, Bob Brown, Kathy Dodano, Joe Atanasio, Kathy Clark and Gleason, and Jeff Simonson.
Okay, next item is the approval of the tree installation proposal from LMS to install 10 maple trees along Winthrop Road for the cost of $9,116.44, including tax to be paid from the condo operating budget. Kathy, do you want to make any comment in regards to these, where the money's coming from?
No, this one is fine. Condo operating budget, and this is a budgeted item.
Okay. Just for those, I guess it's about 5 to 7 years ago when there was a mandate by the state DEP to take certain trees down in our community because of an invasive bug that was in the trees. We were required to remove a bunch of trees, most of them from the Whittingham side, a total somewhere around 80 trees. So this is actually trying to slowly replace some of these trees. And for the record, I do want you to all know that I had a conversation with the mayor in regards to, what we're doing here and asking them for some assistance to their tree program to help cover some of the costs that we're having here on this particular effort to try to get these trees put back. From my understanding of the ordinance that's in place, we certainly should be qualifying because we do participate with the tree permit process. We do pay a fee into that program, which should make us eligible. But we'll see where the conversation goes, but I did want everyone to know that we're trying to keep the cost down and replace these trees. So, any discussion on the board on this? Okay, anyone in the public have anything to say on this particular thing? Please come up.
Can you hear me? It's on?
Yeah.
Mark Lindell, 15 Trent Road.
It's kind of low.
At the open workshop meeting last week, I explained what I paid for a tree. Last September, it was $750 installed, including reseeding around the tree, putting topsoil for the new grass. And I think this I don't live in Whittingham. I live in the Greenbriar side. But I think, did you challenge LMS on the cost of this? Because I think you overpaid by $1,500.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Matt, do you have anything to add on with LMS and the dealing with this? Okay, 1 second.
Yeah, we priced out trees from other vendors, and LMS came in pretty good with this one, comparative. I mean, I didn't think it was outrageous or anything like that. I mean, it is quite a bit of work to put all this stuff in and water them as well.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Yeah, regarding the trees. I had heard somewhere that if you take a tree out, you have to replace the tree. 2 dead trees were taken out.
What is your address? I need your
9 Wellington Place.
Wellington? Okay.
So the trees that were taken out were toward Prospect Plains Road.
Okay.
Now you can see Prospect Plains Road.
Okay.
So are those trees going to be replaced?
I'm not familiar with the trees you're referring to. When were they?
I didn't know them either.
When were they removed?
Last year.
They were removed last year.
They
Okay.
were removed last year.
Okay.
Are these on your property?
No, they're on Whittingham's property.
On Whittingham property?
It's,
Are they
it's
on the-
actually on Greenbriar property. Yeah, they came down in a storm, so we'll address that with the Greenbriar board, see if they can get some replacements.
Okay.
All right. The management will pursue your question in regards to replacement of those with the Greenbriar Board, because they are ultimately the ones responsible for
I
it.
appreciate your pursuit.
Okay, thank you. All right. So, anyone else in the public? I'll close. Oh. I don't think you want to talk about our trees. Okay, is it okay? It's fixed? Okay. All right, seeing no one, I'll close the public portion. Any comment on the board? Okay, Matt, can I have a roll call, please?
For Tom Clark,
Yes.
Jay Respler, Bob Brown, Kathy Dodano, Joe Atanasio, Kathy Clark and Gleason, Jeff Simonson. Thanks.
All right, next item is the approval of a proposal from LMS to re-note the landscaping around two of the satellite parking areas along Winthrop Road for a cost of $9,255.05, including tax to be paid from condo operating budgets. This is, again, these are satellite parking lots on the Whittingham side. The junipers that were planted there 40 years ago have greatly overgrown, actually grown into the parking lot, prevented problems for people who were trying to get in and out of their cars. So we had to actually, get rid of them, and we're replanting to make it actually look better, because they did look pretty horrible as well. So that's what this effort is all about. Is there anyone in the public who has any comment on this? All right, seeing no one in the public, I'll close the public portion. Any comment from the board? All right, nothing from the board. Matt, can I have a roll call, please?
Do we have a motion up there?
Okay.
Okay.
Moved by Bob, second by Kathy.
There you go. All right. Tom Clark,
Yes.
Jay Respler, Bob Brown, Kathy Dodano, Joe Atanasio, Kathy Clark and Gleason, and Jeff Simonson.
Next item is the approval of a proposal from Icon Electric to purchase 25 new street light fixtures for the Whittingham for a cost of $25,504.97, including tax and shipping to be paid from the condo operating budget. Kathy, you have anything to say on the budget on that?
I do. This item was unanticipated. It is not a budgeted item. We can make the decision with our budget and finance whether or not we would take money from our discretionary fund if we needed to at the end of the year. We're going to see if we underrun in other categories, hopefully, and may not need to, but at this point in time, we have at least a backup financing plan for it.
Okay. And for those who don't live in the Whittingham, these are for the heads of the tall light poles you'll see out on the street. They're rather expensive, but unfortunately, these were the best we could get at the price. And we have a number of lights that are currently out, and we can't fix them until we get these replacements. So that's what this effort is all about. And we also ordered a few extras to have them on hand, so when the things go out, we can fix it immediately. So, anyone else on the board have any comment? Okay, do I have a motion to approve? Moved by Bob, second by, I heard Jeff pop in over there, so make it Jeff, and can I have a roll call?
Sure. Tom Clark,
Yes.
Jay Respler, Bob Brown, Kathy Dodano, Joe Atanasio, Kathy Clark and Gleason, Jeff Simonson.
All right, next item is the approval of a proposal from Arcaro Masonry for various concrete replacements in Whittingham for a cost of $9,200 to be paid for from the condo reserve. Kathy, you have anything on the budget issue on this one?
Thing on this.
Okay. Matt, do you have anything to add to this project?
Yeah, we're always looking at concrete over in Whittingham. There's a lot of concrete stoops over there that are of age and They deteriorate over time, so we're trying to be proactive and find all those areas and replace them as needed. We're always finding stuff. I mean, I think we approved a bunch already at last month's meeting, but there's always more that rear their ugly heads. So, most of them are front stoops in a lot of the buildings. And a lot of people find them too. Their home inspectors, when they're selling their houses, start beating on them and say they're hollow, and they flag them there too. So we're just trying to take care of them all as we can.
Okay. All right. Does anyone in the public have any comment on this particular issue? I see no one in the public. I'll close the public portion. I have a motion to approve. Joe, second by Bob. Okay, Matt? roll call.
Okay, Tom Clark,
Yes.
Jay Ressler, Bob Brown, Kathy Dodano, Joe Atanasio, Kathy Clark and Gleason, Jeff Simonson. Thanks.
All right, next item is the approval of a proposal from Biondo Contracting to replace the balcony at 81G Winthrop for a cost of $7,250 to be paid for from the condo capital reserve. Kathy, any comment on the budget item? I think it's pretty self-explanatory.
It is self-explanatory, and it is coming out of the capital reserve budget, and we're fine there.
Okay. And this is only the Whittingham condo. This is so that people understand the separation. Okay, good. Any comment from the public on this? Seeing none, I will close the public portion. Do I have a motion to approve from the board? Motion. Moved by Kathy Clarkson. Joe had his hand up, second by Joe. Matt, please.
Yeah, Tom Clark,
Yes.
Jay Ressler, Bob Brown, Kathy Dodano, Joe Atanasio, Kathy Clark and Gleason, Jeff Simonson. Thanks.
We have an approval of a proposal from Biondo Contracting to replace the upper and lower roof over the garage at 3F Chadwick for a cost of $9,300 to be paid for from the condo reserve account. Again, pretty self-explanatory where the money's coming from. Matt, do you have anything to add to this project?
Yeah, we actually had our roofer try to make a temporary repair on this that actually didn't hold up, so it really does need to get replaced, and now's the time, and we want to make the residents happy.
Okay. Anyone in the public want to make comment on this particular issue? Seeing no one in the public, I will close it. So I have a motion by the board, by Jeff, moved, and second by Kathy Donano. Go ahead, Matt, roll call.
All right, Tom Clark,
Yes.
Jay Ressler, Bob Brown, Kathy Dodano, Joe Atanasio, Kathy Clark and Gleason, Jeff Simonson.
All right, next item is the approval of a proposal from ESO Brothers Paving to seal coat all the driveways in the Whittingham section for a cost of $48,708.44 to be paid from the condo reserve. Again, pretty self-explanatory, but for everyone's notification, this is to repair the damage that was done during this past snowstorms where last year's newly sealed driveways were all scraped and damaged as a result of the snow removal. Unfortunately, the way the contract that was written, that we've been working from for the last 5 years, does not allow for us to have recourse on damage from the work that they do. So we have to force to spend this money to bring things up to a standard which is acceptable. So, Matt, you have anything to add to that?
No, I mean, we went around and looked at every single driveway. Not every one is damaged, but we can't just do a few. It's probably better just to do them all. So I would agree with that to make everyone happy.
Okay. Anyone in the public have a comment on this? Sir, please come up to the microphone. Press the button on the bottom on the mic. There you go. Okay. No, just press it until the light stays on. Okay.
grates, you know, where the water runs and the runoff, they're clogged. I mean, mine are up almost, I would say, 2 feet from the top of the sewer.
So the catch basin in the street you're talking about
Right, and
is,
on Trent alone and in the immediate area, there's, you know, Bob Brown may have seen them as well.
okay,
There's about half a dozen, and I'm only talking about in my area.
okay,
And we were promised, I mean, not by you necessarily, but I saw one of the repairmen
okay,
during the winter, and he said, we're going to get to it when the snow goes.
okay. All right, well, you're a Greenbriar home, so again, I don't want to, not that
I
I'm
mean, it's
looking
not direct on it,
to
but-
get rid of, yeah,
but it's an ongoing
not that I'm looking
concern.
to, make light of it, but I'm going to rely on the management because he deals with the Greenbriar board issues as well to follow up on that. A general question, is that the responsibility on the catch basins on the streets, the responsibility of us, or is that a township issue?
Yeah, we have our guys go around and look at all those drains to clean them out throughout the season, so we can get Bill out there to take a look at them and make sure they're clear. He works on that constantly.
Okay. Could you please, work with the addresses and get to it for them? I
Yep.
appreciate it.
You got it.
Okay. So we're good to go. Close the public portion. No one else. Do I have a motion by the board? Moved by who's moving it? Yeah. Yeah. Jeff and Kathy seconded. Okay. All right. Thank you. That was a tough one.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Matt, roll call.
All right. Tom Clark,
Yes.
Jay Rustler, Bob Brown, Kathy Dodano, Joe Atanasio, Kathy Clark and Gleason, and Jeff Simonson.
All right, next item is the approval of a proposal from Irrigation Specialties for the Whittingham Irrigation Startup Repairs for a cost of $16,734.79, including tax to be paid from the condo operating budget. Do you have anything to say on this, Kathy?
On this, it is a budgeted item in condo operating.
All right, so this is generally a pretty standard beginning of the season cost that we have to go through every year to get the system repaired because there's always damage to it and get it up and running. So, Matt, do you have anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, we kind of jumped the gun and already started some of these because it's already the end of May, just to put everybody's mind at ease. So it should all be done in the next few days, we hope. Pretty standard. I mean, there's always things that rear their ugly heads underground. Not necessarily snow damage stuff. You just get pipes and valves and things like that that just don't work anymore after many years. And this is pretty much in line with what we spend every spring from the time I've been here.
Okay, thank you. Anyone in the public have any comment on this? There you go, you're on.
Who am I? Oh, Marilyn Kirstner, 56 Westminster. Yes, I'm on the other side. However, the question I have is, are these repairs having to do, whether it be Whittingham or us, with the what's those things called?
You mean
Who?
the pop-up heads that come
Thank
up?
you. Yeah, and the snowplows killing everything, not only on that side, but on our side, and everybody's been complaining about it. I know you want to put it, you're going to put it in the other thing, I get it, but all the black doohickeys that stick up in the air, they got knocked out by the snowplows, and there's a lot of people who have complained, they have like 4 or 5. It didn't just break. I lucked out. No boo-boos. But a lot of people had 4 and 5 of these things broken, and it's all from the snowplows, whether it be on Whittingham or Greenbriar side. That's it. Bye.
Okay. I'm not quite sure some of this is more than the pop-ups. This is generally, a little bigger items, control panels, electronics, and some of the stuff that makes the whole system work. But Matt, can you go into more detail on some of that?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the repairs on the list, I mean, not all of it's snow. We do have snow damage in Whittingham, but you have a lot of valves that don't come on and are stuck, and those need to get replaced. We do get leaks underground, which has been identified with all these repairs. So it's a lot of different things, and there's a lot of electronics that go into it as well, because we got the panels that run everything. So it's just a multitude of various repairs, not just a couple snow damage ones. But as far as like any heads, you know, if they stay popped up, they're broken. You know, and I think the complaint from some Whittingham people was that the landscapers, when they're mowing, they're hitting these things. And they are, because they can't see them. If they're popped up, they're supposed to be underground. If they're popped up, they are broken. And unfortunately, the mower's just finishing off the job, to be honest with you.
Okay. Anyone else in the public have any comment on this? Okay, seeing no one in the public, I will go to the board. Do I have a motion to approve this?
I have a comment on it also.
Sure.
In Whittingham, if the sprinkler head pops up and doesn't go down, obviously it's broken, and it's being paid for by Whittingham. Is that correct?
Yes.
But on the Greenbriar side, if it's popped up, okay, it's broken. I don't want to ask the Greenbriar board, but I'll ask that later. But are we supposed to, as Greenbriar residents, walk around our property to see if all these heads are seated? It doesn't seem fair. I mean, I don't know how many sprinkler heads on the Greenbriar side have popped up and not seated. All right. So what are we supposed to do about that? Shouldn't that be uniform? Where if the sprinkler heads have popped up and it's hit by a mower, I understand they don't see it. Shouldn't that all be covered? I mean, I have a contract with my sprinkler people, okay, that they will fix it if it happens. What about the people that don't?
Matt, I'm going to rely on you on some of this with the Greenbriar information.
I know.
Yeah, that was my understanding. Is always Greenbriar is responsible for their sprinkler system. I mean, when we say Whittingham, I mean we're also talking about the general areas all around this building and this whole entire complex. That's all part of the contract as well. So we're responsible for all this stuff. It's not just where the residential part is. We cover the entire community, other than the Greenbriar homes. So that's our responsibility. So. That's what we handle. Yes, sir. Oh, you got it.
To further what Joe said, is that I had to replace 4 heads today, this year, okay? I replaced 2 heads last year, okay? They can't be broken or not running properly. They have to be run over by their mowings. I don't, first of all, I mean, I walk with a cane. I can't walk my property. But the fact is that some of them near where they were snow plowing had to be replaced again. And then because they were, I still have tire tracks on my lawn because it was never seeded, okay? And then I'm in the back, so I replaced 2 of them in the front and 2 of them in the back, and I replaced 2 of them in the back last year. I mean, every year, and it's not cheap. I mean, it's not a thing. So there should be something that you guys should be looking for where the sprinkler heads are, and not keep running over, because it's an ongoing thing every year.
Matt, again, I mean, I don't know how it falls on the Greenbriar, you know. Because
Yeah, I mean,
these are, my understanding has been because they're fee simple homes, they are responsible for the overall maintenance, upkeep, and surveillance of all this.
Correct. Every home has its own irrigation system that the homeowner controls or has a company control.
Yeah, but we have no control over how the mowing is done. I mean, these guys just go along and just do everything. I mean, if I had my own mower, if I was hiring my own person to do my mowing, they would be watching what it is. It's just a matter of them running. They get on the machine, they go back and forth, and they don't care what's on it. And I would imagine every household on the Greenbriar side we pay for our own. We keep doing. I mean, Jersey, whatever the place is called, they must love us because Everybody in this development has to be replacing these heads every year.
Well, appreciate your comments. Next time we meet in executive session, let's have a discussion on how we handle these repairs. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
So I wasn't really going to address this issue. I have something else I really want. What? Oh, Linda Corazzo, 34 Leeds Lane. It just cost me a couple $100 to replace the heads. And I did it last year. I wasn't even going to say anything, but it's ridiculous. I think this, whoever's working, if this is a different company, they're very remiss in how they're handling our properties. I mean, I shouldn't have to pay hundreds of dollars every year to replace heads. They're very remiss in taking care. They just kind of like go back and forth. They don't pay attention to anything. So,
Okay, I hear you.
anyway, so like, I would love to submit my bills, really.
Okay. All right. Again, the board will discuss this and how the contracts are worded and what the responsibilities are. When we get into our executive session, we'll deal with that. Yes, ma'am.
Tom, just to make a comment, for those who are Greenbriar homeowners, the Greenbriar board has their own meetings. You should really bring these matters to their attention. Now, we will, as the WOA board, we will ask Matt to address it with Greenbriar, but we cannot do anything on our side as WOA to help.
Okay. Name and address for the record, please. Just press it until the light stays on. There you go. No? Yeah, she's doing that, but I don't know. You got that.
Okay, Lisa at 5 Wellfleet Street. What I'm about to say is for both Whittingham and Greenbriar. Maybe a suggestion should be made to the people that do the lawn, that prior to the lawnmower guy coming around, when the guy comes to do the edging, he should do a quick look to see any heads are up, and then the lawnmower guy comes. That'll alleviate the lawnmower going over the heads that are up. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, anyone else want to speak on this proposal? Seeing no one, I'll close the public portion. Any comment from the board? Okay, a motion to approve the contract? Moved by Bob, second by Kathy. Roll call.
Okay, Tom Clark,
Yes.
Jay Ressler, Bob Brown, Kathy Dodano, Joe Atanasio, Kathy Clark and Gleason, and Jeff Simonson.
Okay, let's go to item number 6. Let's go to the WOA Budget and Finance Committee. Any report?
Okay. The April financials have just come in. We're preparing the financial package for our Budget and Finance meeting, which will take place on June 11th, in approximately 2 weeks. As I've said, every meeting, the financials will be available on the resident portal. And if anyone needs any help accessing them, please talk to me. Now, during the last week or so, I had seen some comments made on social media sites about the snow removal assessment. And although back in March we had given details about what the fund contained going back to 2023, I'm going to repeat it. I'm also, and hopefully for those who did not get that information in March, they can at least rest assured that there is a dedicated snow fund. Now, I'm going to start with 2023 because we came onto the board at the end of 2023. So the balance at the beginning of that year was all the prior boards and prior management's responsibility. So we started 2023 with a fund balance, snow fund balance of $231,676. 231,000. The reason that sounds low is because the previous board and management had made the decision to take money out of the snow fund, and this is in the 2022 audit. They removed money from the snow fund to fund the fire that we had in 2021, and we did whatever repairs and renovations, and they took the money from there. Okay, it's in the 2022 audit. Anyone can pull up the information. I'm going to ask Matt and Susie. I think the audit is on still the website, the resident portal. If it is not, please make sure it is on the resident portal. It is the last completed audit that we have. Okay, so we started that year, 2023, with 231,000. We ended that year with contributions, interest, and then expenses. We ended at 377,500. I'm rounding the numbers to make it easier. We started 2024 with that 377,500. With our contributions and the expenses to remove snow during that year, we ended that year, 2024, with 238. In 2024, we had 4 major snowstorms, all of them greater than 2 inches. And that's the reason for the larger expense. In 2025, of course, we ended 2024 with 238,000. We started 2025 with 238,000. We had contributions and we had expenses. The closing balance at the end of 2025, last year, we ended the year with $182,500. Now, just to be clear, in 2025 we had 2 major snowstorms, 3 minor snowstorms. So we opened 2026. We started 2026 with 182,500, and we had 6 snowstorms. 2 severe, greater than 10 inches, 2 major, which were greater than 2 inches. All of those require a lot of snow removal. And then we had 2 minor, which don't require as much, but still need salting and cleaning and, in some cases, driveways. That is the reason that we needed to do the assessment. We had to replenish because our expenses in 2026 were $380,000. So I have charts. If anyone wants to look at the numbers, it's difficult because I'm speaking them. If anyone wants to look at the numbers and follow the sequences, I have pages here. Any questions? Please direct them to me. Do not put them on social media.
So $250 per household, there's like 1,600 homes. That's like $400,000. How much did it cost?
All right.
The one, okay, Linda
Yeah,
Carrazzo, 34 Leeds Lane, is that what?
I just wanted to hold your questions so we get to the open forum. We got to go through the committee reports, and then we'll open it up.
Oh,
for all
she
the
just
questions.
said that if somebody
Well,
wanted
I
to.
mean, just hold your question until after we're done with that, then you can answer the question. I want to get through the line of business.
Okay,
All right.
I will come back.
All right, thank you. All right. Moving on to the next item of committees, covenants, anything to report?
Did not need to meet this month.
Okay, thank you. Entertainment, anything to report?
The Entertainment Committee has been doing a great job, and their shows are selling out. So we want to keep up the good work that we're doing, and hopefully everyone else will be happy in the community. That's it.
All right, thank you, Bob. Landscape Committee, anything to report?
We met with Landscape, discussed some of the projects around the community. Nothing really new to report on, and Susie, I will update you at the end of the meeting.
All right, thank you. Site Review Committee?
The Site Review Committee met. We had 9 applications, and we had 5 inspections, and they've all been completed.
All right. Thank you, Bob. Town Center Committee, anything to report?
Town Center met on May 14th. The main discussion, of course, is the renovations to the ballroom. The chairperson of that committee is going to present the committee's suggestions to the board next Monday at our executive session. And just 2 reminders, anybody who has equipment in the storage and the indoor pool, it needs to be tagged and in a bag by June 1st. And there are still some lockers available if anybody has any equipment or artwork that they would like a locker for in the art room.
Okay, thank you, Kathy. All right, let's go on to the next item. Restaurant update. We have, the committee has basically zeroed in on a party who we were interested in going into a contract with. We have furnished our attorney with the information they needed from our end. We received it from the interested vendor, their information. The contracts should be coming back any day now, from my understanding. So we're hoping that all this gets agreed upon between now and June 15th, which is our next meeting, and hopefully at that point we'll have a new restaurant operator to introduce you to. So that's where we are. It's a long process. It takes time. Right now it's attorneys playing with the information, so we're confident that it'll work itself through. So we hopefully will have a new restaurant operator to introduce you to at our next meeting. So that's the latest we have to give you on that. All right, now let's move on to the open forum, the ever popular open forum. So anyone who would like to please come up. Linda, you had a question, so why don't we start with you since I made you hold your question.
Linda Carrazzo, 34 Leeds Lane. So I'm here 8 years. There were years there was no snow. I didn't get a credit. So now we're being assessed, and I noticed that all the communities are doing this, and just the same way you take money, like you said, from other funds to support other activities and other, situations that have to be addressed, maybe, I'm curious, the one snow removal from the really bad snow, how much does it cost per cleaning up?
Well, it depends how much snow you get. This one storm that was 22 inches, what was the final bill
Right,
on
so
that?
how much does that cost? Like that one,
Just that one storm?
yeah, one storm, how much
What
does
did we
that
spend,
cost?
$140,000 on that one storm?
Yeah, I think it was about 120,000 on one storm.
One storm is 120,000. And what? Yes, it was a major storm, which they did damage, which I'm going to be submitting. I wasn't even going to do anything, but they ruined some of my shrubbery, the plows. There's a piece of like my trim on my landscaping that's gone now. Actually, I called the landscaper today. I said, do me a favor, give me an estimate because I'm going to submit, like, what do you call it, a bill that they destroyed my property.
Well, anytime you think you may have some damage done to your property by a vendor that's operating in our community, you should always pick up the phone and let the management know that. Put it on record.
So I really wasn't going to do it, but then when I saw the $250, I said, Jesus, I just paid to have all this stuff done, and now $250, I should be getting money back.
Well, listen, well, it should have done when the fire happened in the ballroom here, and they took the money out to cover it from the snow account so they could complete the work.
Oh, so
they should have put a special assessment on for that. That's what they should have done, because it was specifically to cover the deficit for the repair work.
Oh,
that
so
needed
that's
to be
where
done.
the snow money went, to fix the ballroom.
Well-
So maybe there's some other monies that could
Well,
come.
you see, the money's coming from somewhere.
Well,
We
maybe
all
it could
pay.
get shuffled
So the
around.
bottom line is, there was not enough money in the budget to cover the snow, so we're all paying the same $250.
I understand, but I have to tell you something. Not only is this community doing it, but I see every community is doing
Everybody
it.
got hit terribly.
Right, so let me ask you something. So nobody is budgeted for, like, snow? I just feel like this is really
It's
taking...
budget, listen, you budget for things, but you never budget for the kind of storm that came. You can't control that. It
Okay.
happens.
But I have to say, I just feel like all the adult communities, it's like really taking advantage of seniors because most of the people are just going to like give the money and not like
All right.
even question it.
Okay. I understand your point. The board has done its best it can.
Let
We
me
stretch the
comment.
money as far as we can. We have to go out and replenish that.
I need
We're
to
just
make a
required to
comment,
do that.
though.
Sure,
The
responsibility to
storms
make sure
that
it's
we
money.
had this year, we had 22 inches
Yeah.
in one storm and 11 inches in another. This has not happened in over 20 years.
No, I
So,
understand that.
regularly, every community generally budgets for about 4 storms a year. We got 6. And therefore...
So what happens, there were years that there were no storms. I've been here, there were no storms.
There are many times there are no storms, but as we said, the last 2 years, in 2025, we had 5 storms, 2 major and 3 minor. In 2024, we had 4 storms. So we are going through this money, whatever was in our
So what
fund.
happened to the years from like 2021, 22? Where's
You
all
should
the...
ask our previous board. I was not on the board at the time.
She just explained it to you. They took
cannot
the money
tell
out of
you.
the account, so it left us
So,
low.
all right, so no one's going to hear what I have to say about that 250. I'm just going to give in my bill for what my property was damaged, and hopefully that will even the whole thing out.
Let's hope
The
not.
only other thing I have to say is, and I'm going to address it to you, I'm truly not happy with how this community, like I'm here 8 years, I'm not like thrilled how the community is being run. I understand prices go up, costs go up, and that's understandable, but our services have gotten less and less. So it's okay if the prices go up and we have the same level of services, but that has not happened. So even like we used to have the nurse here all the time, I have to tell you something, I used to feel very safe here. I don't feel so safe here anymore. I ended up getting an alarm system for my house because I'm not so sure about the people at the gatehouse anymore. I'm just not. I used to be able to wave, say hello. They knew me. I come in late a lot of times. I'm not really happy with how things are going.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Okay?
Thank you. All right, anyone else want to get up and speak on anything? All right, don't fight over the microphone. All right, you're the champ. Can you press the button so the red light stays on? It'll raise the budget, and we're in trouble. All right. There you go.
I shouldn't have to do this.
Okay.
All right, this is a softball pitch. Now, you remember when they knocked down my tree in the front of my house during the snow? You don't remember. So, yeah, I put it back up. I didn't do anything for the development. I'll do it myself. But they also ran their plows into the streetlights. And I don't know if you're aware, Joe, but on Wellington, there are 2 lights that are tilted back. The poles, the whole damn thing. On Kingston, there's another one. You have something? On Kingston, there's another one. On Chadwick, there's another one. They ran into the poles, and the poles are all
Okay.
tilted.
Matt, did those, I know you did an audit to look for snow damage. Was that on the list, these ones that he's mentioning?
Oh, we had a lot of them on the list. Yeah, we'll get a couple of them straightened out because we know about them. We still have them on their snow damage list. We're waiting for our electrician, and some of them actually need the new heads as well.
Yes,
That we're
the
ordering.
lights
So
are
that's
off.
kind of like it all works together.
Yes,
Okay.
so,
Yeah, we do an
And-
audit after the snow to check on the damage, and we do hold the vendor responsibility for those broken poles. We do.
okay.
And are you going to apologize to Marilyn?
Okay. Okay. There you go. All right.
I'm still living at 56 Westminster. Okay. Number one, I have a little suggestion with the snow stuff. Is it worth it, because they sell them like for 10 for $1, whatever, to have those orange sticky things, the poles, have people make a suggestion to put them by whatever they want. You know, that's what I do. I take the big poles, put it by a bush tree or whatever that I want them to hit, or by the end of the driveway so they shouldn't go over. That may be something to do, whether it's on the Whittingham side or whatever, but I thought that's a good idea. Okay. Number two, the restaurant. Can I have an idea of what kind of restaurant this is? You don't have to give me a name.
I would love to tell you, but if the paperwork doesn't work through with the lawyers, it would be for nothing, so I'm not going to
So
say
you have
any.
nothing as far
No,
as,
When I know there's signed contracts, I'll give you all the information you can certainly ask for.
not even a hint?
Not even a hint.
Nothing? Have you gone there to eat? I'm cooking? Not in this lifetime.
It's not
no.
takeout food, I'll tell you that much. It's not fast food and it's not takeout food.
And is it, so I'll ask dumb questions,
Okay.
like, is it a
All right.
7-day a week?
That's all I'm giving
Oh,
up.
jeez, come on. You,
All right.
you got a little more, Tom, come on.
That's all I'm giving up.
Jeez. No, I want sushi's good. All right, goodbye.
And does anyone else have any comment?
Yeah, that's a good idea. I got it. Oh, you got it? Okay.
I got it. Wayne Baruch, 43 Winston's Way. So at your last meeting, a bunch of people stood up to talk about visibility, people wearing dark clothes out on the road, speeding, et cetera, all that stuff. This stuff's been going on, well, since I got involved, 4 years ago? And the question is, nothing's being done. Now, I can't speak to Winthrop. I go down there every now and then, but I guess on your side, that's the biggie where you'd put stop signs maybe, but, for your consideration. In my world, and I'm retired, but you don't leave problems sitting there on and on year after year after year. After this letter, I'm out of this, I give up. But, there are people to offer professional advice on these subjects, stop signs, other stuff. We actually suggested that we buy inexpensive high-vis vests and make them for sale. I know you put in a note in the newsletter. Hey, wear your high-vis when you're out. Yeah, great, love it. But all of these issues are being left undone for years now.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else?
Sorry, this is my first meeting.
Okay, well, I'm glad you're here.
I wrote a few things down. I'd like to go through them first, and then if you have a comment, to comment after.
Okay.
You keep saying about the fire,
How
about
long?
the fire to
well,
replenish.
Question I have for you, how long are you living here?
My mother's an original owner, so what is that, 25, 26,
Okay, all right.
whatever.
All right, so
She's an
then
original.
maybe you're somewhat aware of what was going on at the time. I don't know.
Well, okay, you kept mentioning fire, replenish because of the fire. What happened to the insurance that was supposed to cover fire damage?
Well, the insurance
All right.
did not cover it all.
The only thing the insurance wouldn't cover is your deductible.
No.
So
Um,
then you got the wrong
My
insurance.
understanding, it covered about half of the actual cost to fix everything, what we received from the insurance company. The rest came from taking the money out of the snow fund account.
But who gives you the right to take from Peter to give to Paul?
Well, first of all, none of that involved this board. But transferring money amongst accounts is a pretty standard thing to happen. It should always be done at an open meeting, just like this, and Kathy would explain it. I don't know what was done back in those days. I don't know if everyone was fully aware of the transfer of money. I can't speak to that, I don't know. But you should always be aware when that's happening. Kathy certainly would always tell you. So I don't know. I wasn't on the board at that time, so I can't
Right.
speak to that.
Okay, so in the future, this is a board that used the words discretionary fund and reserve.
Discretionary
So-
funds are always there.
So why wasn't the money taken from the discretionary fund or the
Again,
reserve?
you're asking a board that wasn't present at that time. We had nothing to do with that, so we can't speak to that. We weren't on the board. Why didn't they do that? Why wasn't they questioned at that time about that? I don't know.
And then you were talking about the restaurant. Regarding the restaurant, they were talking about a $20 monthly
Mhm.
amount. Is it going to be monthly? Is it going to be a year? Are you going to be able to
All that
use-
information that you're asking, and it's legitimate questions, all that information will be given out once we know we have a signed contract.
Well, that's something that's
No,
regardless
not
of a
necessarily.
signed contract
The
or not.
resolution was written up to $20. Doesn't mean it's going to be $20.
Whatever. The main
So I
point.
can't give you that information until I have a signed contract.
No, but the main point is monthly or yearly.
No, it would be a monthly, it's a cost, there's a monthly fee on
Of
that.
course, but do you have to use that money that month? Or do you have a year?
That money is given solely to the operator. That's all that money's being used
No, I
for.
know that, but the question is, we are giving,
You're asking me about a food credit or something along that line. Again, all that'll be explained once the contract is signed.
that's something that should be regardless of a contract.
No,
That
no,
should
no,
have been
no, that's not true.
already
That's an
before-
inaccurate statement.
before.
That's an inaccurate statement.
Well, you can't
You
expect
have
the
to be
restaurant
patient
to
and
be
wait for the contract to be signed so I can give you the details on it. You have to.
I'm saying you can't let the restaurant dictate to you that they want the money
No.
as monthly.
Whatever's
Use
coming
or
out of this is
lose,
what was
or are they gonna
negotiated
give a year?
between, this contract will be a negotiated settlement between the board and the vendor. And we work to we represent the homeowners. We look for the best interests of the homeowners. An operator, he's running a business. He's looking out for himself. Somewhere in there's a middle. Hopefully that's where we got.
You're missing my point.
I'm not missing your point. I
You are,
understand it
because
completely.
I have one in Florida that we're given a card. May I speak? Thank you.
Yes, I understand
We're
that.
given a card. In the card is the total amount for the year. So let's say I'm using 20. So 20 times 12 is 240. So in the card is $240. The owner of the card gets to use that money in a year's time.
You're not
Then-
listening to, you're not hearing me.
No,
The
you can
contract,
hear me.
you're making a comparison what you're used to dealing with in Florida. What makes you think that we're going to be exactly the same thing?
Well, then it wouldn't be fair to people
Well, it's
that are
not. You have to wait
snowbirds.
until the contract is signed. I'll give you all the details. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised once you get the details.
Okay, and then the last is, as far as the money for the snow removal, isn't money supposed to be allocated back into that fund on a yearly basis?
Yeah.
And not hit us with extra money to pay? Don't you take it from the HOA fees to be added into that fund? And if you do, then why are you asking us for more money?
There is money that is allocated from the operating budget into the snow fund, into the reserve. Because of the number of storms and the expense associated with the storms this year, we far exceeded what was contributed. And as I indicated, I do have a chart, but we did incur $380,000 in expenses.
But then you said that we have over 100,000 going into next year.
No, I said 2025, we ended the year with 182,000. Okay? The 182,000, we contribute 18,000 a month. We have some interest that we collect, and then we had expenses of 380,000.
So it's like you have a 200,000
Right
loss.
now, we have a
Look.
negative balance.
Right.
Okay?
But how much do you get to replenish every year into that fund?
The only thing we have is that 18,000 per month. The total for the year is 215,000. Let me give you, I even have an approximate for 2026. So this is with the assumption, and it is extremely optimistic, that we get no more snowstorms at the end of this year in our winter, 2026 winter period. So I am being overly optimistic. We start the year with 182. We contribute 215. That is the 18,000 that is contributed from the operating budget going into the fund. We have roughly 30,000 to 40,000 in interest. And then 380,000 in expenses. That leaves you with 57,000. We cannot end the year and start 2027 with 57,000 for snow removal. Every year we have, and just to give you, because I went back and looked at WeatherWorks. So based on history, there are an average number of 4.5 snow incidents per year. That is an average. So if you take 4.5 snow incidents per year at roughly 80 to 90,000 per occurrence, and LMS is not the most expensive vendor out there. They're very reasonably priced, particularly for their snow removal. So if you take 4.5 times an expected 90,000 per, what do you need? You need 450,000 in your account. 90 times 4.5, roughly 400,000, 450. So we needed to replenish. We will only have 57,000 in our account at the end of this year if we did not do an assessment. We cannot do that to this community. I will give you a chart. It'll be easier to follow.
Oh, it's okay. I get 330, about 330.
Kathy, is that information available on the portal? Yeah, please. Yeah. Yeah, Matt, can you make that information available on the portal so people can see the chart that Kathy has? Okay, that's all. We'll put it out there. All right, thank you. Anyone else? Okay, seeing no one else, I will close the open forum. Let's go on to Zoom.
Yeah, I think we already answered these questions, but I'll just touch on them quick because they're out there. The fire costs, I believe you covered already, Tom, about the insurance.
Okay.
And Kathy just covered, there was a question about what we budget for snow every year, which is $215,000. So that was answered as well. And that's all we have for questions.
Okay. All right, so thank you. We'll close the Zoom, and then we'll move on to, do I have a motion to adjourn? Moved by Joe, second by Jay, and thank you all for attending the meeting. We appreciate your attendance. Thank you.